I feel like this king is they were thinking that's the right decision. It feels like that was the only decision at the time that they made their decision. To them, it was the only decision. There wasn't anything else to think about. Okay. Um, but that in turn made this Queen of Swords feel very lacking. Okay, collective reading today. I got a request that if I couldn't add music to the reading, I could at least say the song. So I'll do that. If I'm able to hum it, I'll hum it. If I can passably sing it, I'll sing it. Or I can just mention it. And today's music inspiration is Sailing by Christopher Cross. That's the song that's kind of playing in my head while I do this reading. So sailing keeps me away. I wish I sang better. I'd probably sing in these readings if I did. We got the King of Swords to start off the reading. So Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, maybe Libra energy. Um, looks like it looks like it's a king energy trying to make a decision, but I think the decision they want to make may not exactly be the right decision. I don't know whether this is to themselves or to other people. What is the Page of Swords in reverse? Um, this decision, it's a heavy one. Oh God. Oh, it looks like a heavy decision. Looks like something that it's not one of those decisions that if they make it, it's just them. It's like it's gonna affect other people, and other people are gonna have an opinion about it. So it looks like it's something that they really want. It seems to be a connection. They could be making a choice about a person. I feel like though people will not agree with this decision, whatever this is. Three of Swords. Wow. Okay. Three of Swords. The King of Swords. Okay. I know it's a King of Swords energy. We got it. We got it. Ooh, this King of Swords is really needing to make a decision. There's a bit of fear behind it. They are overthinking it. They don't know what to do. And in fact, I think they know very well what they should be doing. This energy to me, right? To me, as the way that I read tarot is somebody that knows what they actually are needing to do, but are overcome with fear that it makes them believe that they don't know what to do. But they do. They know. They know because they already know the intention they have. Um, they're just feeling kind of doubtful, maybe even fearful. What is the Three of Coins in reverse? I feel like this decision is going to break other people's hearts. It feels like whatever they are going to decide, I feel like it's a whole situation. Like maybe it's extended family, maybe community, maybe a friendship group or something that is going to be affected by this. Oh my. Three of Coins. Okay. I mean, they could be dealing, again, I don't know if this, I'm tending to lean towards romantic. They could be dealing with a connection where, there's some kind of partnership. So again, take it as it resonates. If it's work, if it's family, if it's friendship, if it's a romantic connection. Um, this King of Swords they don't want this anymore. Whatever this partnership is, they don't want it anymore. Um, I feel like they've been trying to be patient with it, trying to do their part, I guess, but I feel like really they don't want to be in it. They don't want it. They don't want to be doing the work in that connection. What is the devil? The lovely Salma Hayek. Hayek? I don't know how to say her last name. Oof. It's coming off differently here. Okay. Yeah, okay. I think it's safe to say it's a third party situation. I mean, I feel like this is a king that could have been tempted. Could have been tempted by someone very seductive, I guess, is how it's turning out. And because of that, they no longer want to be in this commitment, which sounds really bad. I mean, it feels like it sounds like there's no purpose or reason to it, but I have to say, it might not be as simple as that. Like, oh, they they want to leave this connection for that person because that person is, attractive. It feels like it's deeper than that with the star card. Um, feels like it's more. It's probably not just a physical thing because to disrupt, to create this decision, to even think about this, I don't think you'd do that for, well, I don't know. I don't want to be claiming to know people and their decisions, but in this particular reading, it feels like this is a king that is quite level-headed, somebody that actually thinks their shit through, um, and to think about doing this and the impact that it'll have. It's not just physical, is what I'm trying to say. I feel like it's more than that. What is this Queen of Swords in reverse? King and Queen of Swords is a strong energy today. That was in the YouTube guidance as well. Um, so strong air signs, right? Gemini and Libra particularly. Oh, Aquarius is here too, though. So yeah, strong air signs. um, ooh, whoever it is that I think they are wanting to pursue, who they feel they're more aligned to, this person may not actually be available. This person may not be speaking to them, or there's no communication. There's kind of a mystery surrounding the person that I think they are wanting to pursue. They don't know what's going on with that person. Um, but they do want to try. Things could have ended with that person. So it looks like a King of Swords that is probably in some kind of commitment, connection, maybe even a marriage that had something with the Queen of Swords. And it looks like that ended. And they're in this current commitment or marriage, but they kind of want to leave this situation for that person. However, that ended. So that didn't progress. It feels like, but I guess that's maybe where they want to be. At least that's what it looks like. So, um, what do we want to do? what what do we want to look at? I think because we know how this king is like potentially what they're thinking and feeling. Well, let's take a look at this Queen of Swords energy. Whoever this is that they may have um, found themselves, in another connection with. I get that it's casual. It looks like it's casual, or maybe it's just unconventional, the connection they had. They could have just had a good time, been friends or something. And there might have been a lot of conversation because with the King and Queen of Swords, that is their strength, communication, intelligence. And so I feel like that was really the basis of their connection. Why am I pulling one more card? Oh, no, because I need to get to this. Okay. um, so the third party connection, this Queen of Swords is looking like, I feel like there was excellent exchange of ideas, communication. It looks like it was like a fun type of connection. It could have been very surface level. I don't think it really even got that deep But the way this King of Swords is looking at this connection, it's like, no, it's not just that. It looks like it's more to them. Um, I feel like this Queen of Swords, honestly, I feel like they think about this king a lot. I feel like they miss this king, they reminisce, they're nostalgic, but they're heartbroken. They're in pain because of the separation. And I really feel like this Queen of Swords is kind of just choosing to be happy, enjoy um their life, or just at least try to find enjoyment in their life. But they seem to be pained about the situation, right? Now, a Queen of Swords in reverse, though, even if they're pained with the situation, they will not show it. Very detached energy. Somebody that, and I guess that's why the moon falls under their energy, because this king has no idea how this Queen of Swords is actually feeling, what they're actually thinking, because they can be quite detached, quite, feel like there's a lot of silence. And it's so weird because the connection seems potent. And for that kind of potency, the silence, I feel like that's what's triggering. I feel like that's why the Three of Swords is here for this King of Swords, because it's just killing them. The silence is killing them. Um, so I feel like that is, I kind of want to get messages. Hmm. Should I? Let's see what these two people want to tell each other, because I feel like communication is a big deal. Let's use my deck, my personalized deck here. I don't use this a lot. It's a special deck, so. But since the reading is about a king and queen of swords, let's see what this king would potentially like to say to this queen of swords. Right? What did I say? People have said things about you. I feel like there's a whole extended energy to this reading. I feel like people would not agree with this king if they were to pursue this queen of swords. Okay, you feel like home. Okay, I dream about you. So they dream about the queen of swords. And bottom of the deck, it's about you. That's why the devil is there with that. And I got to show you, because this is how it looks. This is how it looks. There's that king, and there's the devil, which is potentially this queen of swords, and it's the temptation factor there. So I feel like a lot of that is present. Now, again, this is obviously a reading about third party situations, and we do not need judgmental people. Okay, we are here to try to get to the crux of the situation. And if you are following my readings, you know that I do not promote the third party situation, but I'm also not going to negate or devalue a connection, that even if it is a third party situation. Okay? So let's just make that clear. Um, let's let's get potentially messages from this Queen of Swords. They look really silent, like they don't have a lot to say, or maybe they just don't want to say anything. Oh, okay. Your silence is deafening. My back to me, and I need to move on. Fight for me, fight for us. Oh my, this is so interesting. These are the messages. It feels kind of strong too, and I don't bring this deck out for anything. Okay, this is a special deck, so I think let's go on to the guidance. Um, Six of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, I mean, somebody, obviously, this king is really stressed about the predicament that they've found themselves in. It is quite a pickle because they are in another commitment, potentially a marriage with this Empress energy, yet they are deeply invested in this other person, a Queen of Swords. What they want, though, I feel is something they feel they can't have. I feel like if, oh gosh, really, I feel like if they could do a do over in their life, they might have made different choices. Oh man, that's heavy. It's like if they had known this Queen of Swords was going to come into their life, they may not have gotten married. They may not have done the things they've done in their life to be available to this connection. Wow, that really is. reeks of regret. But I feel like that's how this king is potentially thinking and feeling. Now, this Queen of Swords, they're a very strong person, and I could get that even just from the little energy that they have here. It's very strong, opinionated, I think. But I think that's why they got along. I feel like, that's what's so interesting about this connection. And I feel like I had a reading about a king and queen of swords and a strong connection they had, right? I feel like this king and queen of swords, they maybe they challenged each other in their discussions. Maybe they got along so well with the way they communicated, and that's like a big factor as to why this connection is strong. um but this queen of swords right now looks quiet, like silence, literally, and very detached energy. But I feel it stems from the strength of who they are, and that's just how it needs to be, right? Separation, queen of cups energy. I'm getting this king of swords is pained. Again, that three of swords is really strong under their energy. They're feeling pain by the fact that this queen of swords is not giving them any attention, any care, any love in this separation. Okay. um there's something about how it pains them or something. Now this king, it feels like maybe what happened here previously is that they made a choice, right, to stick to the responsibility, the obligation they had. That is this decision they made. But of course, that leaves this Queen of Swords out in the cold, right? But now I'm kind of getting regret. Like, that's not the decision they should have made, because it feels like now they have no access, no potential to this Queen of Swords. Um, I feel like this king is they were thinking that's the right decision. It feels like that was the only decision at the time that they made their decision. To them, it was the only decision. There wasn't anything else to think about. Okay. um but that in turn made this queen of swords feel very lacking, like. And the thing is, the connection, I think, in the guise of the connection and how they treated each other, this king and queen of swords, they tried to make it seem like it was casual, like it was even a friendship. Maybe it seems like very casual, like that it's all that it was. But deep down, obviously, there's more to that. um and yeah, I feel like this king has been very unhappy. I feel like they don't like the fact that their once very stable world, I guess, is now kind of experiencing some kind of destruction, whether that's in their physical reality or just inside, like a crumbling of the heart. Oh man. Jeez, guys. Ugh. Yeah, they're unhappy it didn't move forward, um, with this Queen of Swords. um, it feels like I'm hearing something about how they wonder how it would feel to be loved by this Queen of Swords, looking like a Queen of Cups too. It's like they think about that, like, I wonder how it would be to be loved by this person. So they may like daydream. Maybe this King of Swords daydreams about that or something. Um, I mean, I feel like this is a king quite logical, right? In nature. Somebody that looks at things as is, and it's like 1 plus 1 is 2 type energy. Very logical, analytical energy. So to them, it's as it is. And maybe, their life was already structured. They already had this commitment, this marriage, whatever structure they had in their life. And then this seemingly flirtatious connection came in, not expecting probably for it to be anything more than that. And they kind of found themselves in a situation where they started to question how they felt. They started to question their life choices and their life in general. And I think this is just a king that at the time they didn't have the confidence to maybe reassess their life and make decisions. But now that I think time has passed, now in separation, they are now feeling all of this, and it's making them rethink their life. Um, it's making them feel they don't want to be in the commitment that they're in, that it's not where they should be. However, the person that the Queen of Swords energy that they chose to kind of, kick to the curb, it is what it is, kick to the curb. It's looking like that connection is not available just because of the silence coming from this person, right? Um, wow, it's like, is there even a choice now? So this, it's so ironic because before, this King of Swords was like, there is no other choice, there is no other decision to be made, right? And that's why they made the decision they made, and now they find themselves in the same predicament, so in some ways, but now it's like, oh, is there even a choice for me now? It's kind of funny, ironic. So there's a lot of stress. I feel like they feel stressed in their life. Maybe, yeah. I don't want to go into it, but it came out. So the Queen of Pentacles, whoever they're in this commitment, maybe even marriage to, it's just not going well. I feel like communication there is disruptive. I feel like their energies are not aligned. Um, but they're working, they're trying, they're working. That's the thing, they're because they made the decision, so they're showing me, oh yeah, this is how I feel, but I'm working on it, I'm putting the effort, because, but I feel like it's because I have to, it's not because they want to, which is a different kind of effort, right? um right now they're trying to decide, should I give up, should I give up on something, potentially this marriage or potentially the idea of this Queen of Swords. It feels like they feel like they sabotage themselves, that they created this painful ending that they have now because of their own choices, which I guess is true, but again, when we make the choices we make, I at least want to believe that we made those choices with the information we had at hand, with the capability that we had at the time, and it's the best that we can do, right? And I feel like, if especially this logical king, if that is the decision they made, and then it just seems like that's what they could do at the time, right? What I'm trying to say is not to be too hard on ourselves when we make decisions, because that's the best that we can do at the time that we make them, potentially. um yeah, but this king is like, no, they don't like what they did, they don't like their actions, they wish they could have changed it, and I feel like they wish they had more foresight, maybe. Because now what's happening is, what they felt, what they thought and felt they did at the time that was right, is now kind of blowing up in their face some way. Because now it's like, oh, what did I do? Wow, that's a lot of feelings for someone that might have just been like a casual, friendship connection type thing. But it's a lot of feelings that I'm seeing. I feel like this crept up on this king. They didn't expect to feel this way, is what I'm really getting. So now, now, I feel like this king is coming to, and it feels like it's been a slow journey to this, but I feel like this king is going to come to a point where they are going to have to make a decision to leave something, whether that's to leave this commitment, marriage, physically, or to leave this Queen of Swords mentally and emotionally. What's easier? What's harder, right? But they're going to be faced with this. This is going to be a pretty a turning point maybe in their life, depending on the decision they make. I guess it's just difficult because whoever this is that they this Queen of Swords, I feel like they didn't think they could be with that person specifically, or someone like them. I'm getting like an energy of unreachable, unattainable. So I don't know if it's just this person specifically was not attainable, that they never thought they could have that connection, or just in general that they could have this kind of person, right? Um, what is the guidance? We're just going into the story. What is the guidance? Well, okay. The guidance is saying regret. You know, I'm sure all of us have regrets. I'm sure we all wish we could do things differently. However, to live in that energy, to dwell in that energy, serves us nothing at all. There's no benefit to it, really. Um, in thinking about what we could have done, it could be an inspiration to try to do something differently, to try to do something better, which I think is what the guidance is. Now that this king is feeling and experiencing this regret, it's now time for them to decide, what do you want to do with that regret now, right? Do you want to change your circumstance? Do you want to try differently? Do you want to do better? Okay. I feel like I'm not going to say, okay, I think the best thing to say is that this king's life, it's not over. Okay. If you're this king and if you're watching this reading, your life is not over. You still have a whole life to live. You still have choices to make. You still have, experiences to have. And I feel like the universe is trying to reassure you, don't feel like your life is over. Now it's up to you to decide, are you going to change it? Are you going to do something different? What are you going to decide to do about your life now that you've been kind of faced with this situation? I feel like that's what potentially that's what the guidance really is, right? Um, but I feel like getting from the Healing Spirits Oracle. Let's use these beautiful decks that I got, right? This is the Healing Spirits Oracle. In case anyone's interested, it's a really nice deck. Um, let's just get maybe 3 cards, right? Try to check in on the energy for this king. What potentially would be helpful at this time? Okay, we've got your spirit guide can lead you, but can't do it for you. Right? Exactly. Like that's what your spirit guide, the universe, is encouraging you. Your life isn't over. You can now make the choice, but you have to decide to do it. Like literally look at that picture where that person just takes a deep dive, right? Into the unknown. Oh man. Let's get 2 more cards. I feel like we need some good guidance here. Heal yourself to heal the world. Interesting. It isn't about being right, it's about doing the right thing. Okay. And listen to the voice within when it persists. This is all debatable, honestly, because this king, right? We were talking about decisions, we're talking about right and wrong, at least in their perspective. Um, this is at the bottom of the deck because at the end of the day, we each have, I guess we could call it a barometer. We each have our own kind of truth barometer where our own intuitive selves know what is actually best for us. When something keeps persisting in our energy for us to do something, pursue something, right? When we feel intentionally pulled and called towards something without explanation, that means it means something, okay? But now we're supposed to connect our mind, our heart, our body to the idea of that. And then after we integrate that, we now need to kind of formulate a plan and put it into action. So this King of Swords is getting signs, synchronicities in their life, right? Um, and what numbers do we have? 39, 36, 9, and 17. Those could be numbers that are significant. It's a call for a change in their life. Okay. this is like the time for them to be able to potentially do that. Okay. This is a really interesting reading. I like the dynamic of the guidance it's being given. Not necessarily the situation. Of course, it's not ideal, but the path, the path to self is really great here. Capricorn. Pisces. Should we get more? I think we have more time. Capricorn is strong. And Scorpio. Here we go.